Yesterday's verse of the day was not given, but I'm going to give it to you today. It says, what is that? Zephaniah 3:17. I think that one is in the Old Testament. This must be around the time where they're listing books by the name of the prophets that used to have a close relationship with God, where he would talk to them and give a message to the people. That's what I'm thinking. So let me just check to make sure. But Zephaniah 3:17, I'm going to read the whole thing and then get to the specific verse. Yeah, it's in Old Testament. Actually, like I said before, I'm not really familiar with the end part of the Old Testament. I've read it, but I always somehow end up scanning through, right through them because I think they're short chapters or something like that. I don't know. But somehow I get through them very fast and I really don't have any recollection of them. So let's see what it's talking about. Yeah, I can see Zephaniah, it only has 3 chapters. So let me go to it and see what message we can get out of it. Um, the title of this is called A Happy Song. Jerusalem, sing and be happy. Israel, shout for joy. Jerusalem, be happy and have fun. The Lord stopped your punishment. He destroyed your enemy's strong tower. King of Israel, the Lord is with you. You don't need to worry about anything bad happening. At that time, Jerusalem will be told, be strong, don't be afraid. The Lord your God is with you. He is like a powerful soldier. He will save you. He will show how much he loves you and how happy he is with you. He will laugh and be happy about you, like people at a party. I will take away your shame. I will make them stop hurting you. At that time, I will punish those who hurt you. I will save my hurt people and bring back those who were forced to leave. I will give them praise and honor everywhere, even in places where they suffered shame. At that time, I will lead you back home. I will bring your people back together. I will cause people everywhere to honor and praise you. You will see me bring back all the blessings you once had. This is what the Lord says. And you can see the general message of the whole thing is that God is coming back to save his people. And that can apply to you and I, our lives. Throughout the whole Bible, especially in the Old Testament, you see where God's trying to represent a group of people so that they can be blessed and then be an example to the rest of the world, that the rest of the world can be blessed in the same way if they just come to God. So in doing that, of course, humanity, we do our own thing, so we're not always perfect. So in that, you'll see that the people constantly mess up, where they have to come back to God and beg for forgiveness, and God picks them up and dusts them off, and then makes them new and gives them blessings again, and leads them and protects them from war and enemies and all that other stuff. So this is just a common thing that happens throughout the whole Bible, especially in the Old Testament. This is another time where they're just singing a song. It's called a happy song. And it's saying, whoever was messing with you, don't worry about anything bad happening because I got your back. Be strong. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. You're like a powerful soldier and I'll save you. All those things is just saying you'll laugh, you'll be happy like people at a party and all this other stuff. It's just saying that I'm here, I've been here. I didn't leave you, but I did hand you over to the consequences that were due to you because you were living your own lifestyle and doing things that um, caused all these problems in the first place. So it's just the praise saying that God's got you. And God's saying this himself, that he will cause people everywhere to honor and praise you, and he will bring you back to all the blessings that you once had. So that can apply in your life. If you're going your own way, if you want to be a Christian, if you want to be, not be a Christian, if you want to be in a relationship, I should say, because it's saying if you want to be a Christian, that sounds like you're recruiting for like the Boy Scouts or something. But instead this is a more focus on not recruiting you for some group, but into developing you to a good relationship with God. So that's what it's about. If you want to come to God in a relationship and then you're starting off or whatever, wherever you are in the process of relating to God, you decide to turn back to your old ways, then God lets you. He's a God of free will. He doesn't demand that you unite with him or fellowship with him. He lets you do what you want by your own decision. If you choose to go and do your own thing, then he's going to be there and say, okay, do what you want. but at the same time, he is having the desire to relate with you and hopes that you do come back. An example of this is seen in the story in the Bible. If you Google prodigal son, I think Prodigal, I think that's how it's spelled. The prodigal son. It's a whole story where this dad had two sons, and he is the king, and he has this kingdom, and he knows that when he dies, he's going to pass his inheritance on to his two sons. And he tells them, hey, when I die, you'll get all this. But one of the sons says, I don't want to wait till you die. I want my stuff now. And so the king, just like God, he's going to give you free will. If you want it now, I have it for you. There you go. The boy takes all the money. He runs out. He goes and blows it everywhere. He's having a good time. He's having a party. It seems all good. But when his money and finances start running away, just like every human knows, if you have fraud people around you and they're only there for the benefits, then you're not going to have them when you have no more benefits. So all those people he was partying with, having a good time, they all left. He was deserted. He was left with nothing. He had left home, and he's embarrassed to come back to his dad because he did such a disrespectful thing to saying, you know what, I don't want to wait to your dad. I want what I have right now. Let me have it, and I'm going to just, chunk the deuce to you, say goodbye to you, and I'm going to go out and do my own thing. And he went out and he realized that he had made a wrong decision after all his money was gone, all his fame, all his friends, everything good about him was gone. So he's left hungry, starving, no money. He feels he can't go back to his dad, but just like God's been waiting there. God never left. You're the one who left him. So God's ready to scoop you back up and bring him with you. So finally, the boy who took the money and ran, when he was so low that he looked around and the only thing that he could do was for a safe place to rest at night was to work on somebody's farm or something as a pig farmer or something, help out with the pigs. And one night he finds himself so hungry that he wants to reach over and get the pigs food. And he's like, it's come to this. I'm this low and I'm ready to eat the scraps that pigs are eating because pigs will eat anything trash, anything canned. He's like, I'm about to eat pig slop. It'll be better for me to just forget about being embarrassed to come back to my dad and just go back to my dad and ask for forgiveness. And so he starts the long trail, the long sad trail home. You can imagine he's got his head down. He's afraid what his dad's going to say. Is he going to accept him? Is he going to throw him away or what? But his dad, the king, sees him coming from far off, and he goes and he gets people to run out, or I think he ran out himself, and he puts a robe around his son, a royalty robe, and he's like, you still have your position here. I've never forgotten about you. I don't have hate against you. I've been waiting for you to come back to me. And he showed him nothing but love. And that's the same picture that you can imagine God has for you. If you've stepped away from him, he's not ready to throw a lightning bolt at you. He wants you to come back to him. He's loving and he's ready to accept you with open arms. And it's almost like a celebration within himself when he does see you return to him. So that's what he's saying right now. He sees that his people return to him in this situation. And he's saying, it's going to be like people, you're going to laugh and be happy. People are going to laugh and be happy about you, like people at a party. That's how God's going to feel. And he's going to have your back through it all. But let's get to the specific verse for the 21st, which was Zephaniah 3:17. And let's see what it says. And I'll try to pull something to apply even more to our lives. It says, the Lord your God is with you. He is like a powerful soldier. He will save you. He will show how much he loves you and how happy he is with you. He will laugh and be happy about you. So that's self-explanatory, what I just explained to you. Nothing really much more to add about that. He's like a powerful soldier. You can imagine the most mighty soldier that you've ever heard of in your life. That's how God is. He's a protector of you. He's always got you guarded. He will save you. He'll show you how much he loves you. That's all his eternal goal is, to show you how much he loves you and how happy he is with you. He wants you with you. You can't imagine in the human world, if you had a friend who loves celebrating you, and you go away on a trip, and the friend that celebrates you, they know that you know that your friend always does something big for you or whatever, and you're not near them anymore. You're out somewhere and nobody's celebrating you like your friend used to. So of course you're going to want to rush home so that person you can fellowship with that person and you can enjoy each other, of course, because that's the only place that you're getting love and excitement for and appreciation from. So that's the same thing here. It's saying that you've left, but as soon as you come back, it's going to be the same thing with God. He's going to show you how much he loves you, and that's what God's ultimate desire is for. And he's happy to be with you. So if you've been gone for a while, just turn around just like that son who was eating with the pigs and come back to God. And God's definitely got you. So that is verse of the day for September 21st. Hopefully it was a good message that applied to your life. And check out the next message, which is for September 22nd. Goodbye.